Morning. What it do when it's doing it? What it's doing when it's doing it? Oh. This one ain't gonna be too long. Got a little about 40-minute ride. I think I might need some air in my tire. I think maybe, baby. But yeah, shout out to JJ McCarthy. It's wild, so many fans, rival fans, and the other people rooting for this dude to fail. But he just keep on winning, my boy JJ. You know, I ain't really got an NFL team. I just root for Michigan players. I don't really have an NFL team. But I got a little ride. But what I was thinking about is because I always have people that think I don't know what I'm talking about. They think I don't know what I'm talking about. And then I go see, like with Wink in the playing around with the lineup. Playing around with the lineup in the first game like it's a scrimmage. This ain't a scrimmage, dog. If you haven't seen it, go watch Matt Rule's halftime speech. Go watch Matt Rule's halftime speech. And you're going to see I do know what I'm talking about. I love to get validated by people that you can't invalidate. When you're trying to build a culture and a standard, you make those starters stay in the game, get a rhythm, and play well. Those fourth and fifth stringers have to earn the right to get in the game by the starters playing well, by the starters playing dominant football. Talking about, what's this guy talking about? The backups can get in the game. Those young guys can get in the game, not until the standard is held up. The bottom of the bench dudes don't need to be in the game in the first quarter, in the second quarter, until the standard has been held up. And if the standard isn't held up, they don't get in the game. Talking about, Yanni, what are you talking about? I'm talking about what I know, not what I think. Wink playing around with in the first game. What are we playing around for? You need to get those starters and those rotation dudes clicking before you start bringing in bottom of the bench guys. This isn't NFL preseason. And if you're like, what is Johnny talking about? Go watch that Matt Rule halftime speech. Go watch it, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. All this playing around. Ain't no time to play around. This ain't the NFL. This is college. You don't got the luxury. Not with Oklahoma week 2. You ain't got that luxury. So Matt Rule was letting his team have it at halftime. They were up 33-0. But he was mad. He was mad that the team that they were playing had the nerve to still try to go out and score and pass with about 40 or 30 seconds left. They had the nerve to think that they can move the ball on his starting defense still. Ooh, that boy was coaching. That boy was coaching at halftime for real. Trying to build a mentality, trying to build a culture. Because it ain't no time to play around against cupcakes when you're trying to build a foundation. Ain't no time to be playing around. He say, I want them to regret I want them to never schedule us again because they don't want to. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about, well, Johnny, your backups got to get in the game. You got to put the bottom of the barrel. Those young guys got to play. Man, shut up. I don't even know what y'all be talking about. Johnny, those backups play. Yeah, they play when the starters have handled their business and it's time for them to get in the game. The hell y'all be talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. The backup can't play. And then when the starters look slick rusty in the big time game next, oh, the defense. Well, somebody was telling you that maybe the starters should play lights out first game, get into a rhythm, and not be flip-flopping backups in the first quarter. Think I don't know what I'm talking about, bro? For real, when you're trying to, what up, maniac? When you're trying to build a culture, you have to set the standard. And I ain't gonna lie, if Matt Rule on that type of stuff, guess what? In 2 weeks, Nebraska is gonna be bringing it for us. They gonna be bringing it. That definitely ain't gonna be an easy game. Because he's trying to build a culture and an expectation. We playing a cupcake, we're going for the shutout. We ain't playing around flip-flopping bottom of the barrel dudes to give them some play. No, we're trying to, you don't get in the game until you're ready, or it's a blowout. But if I don't like what these starters are doing in the film that they're putting on, they staying in the game. So if you don't get in the game, bottom of the barrel dude against a cupcake, be mad at the starter. Be mad at the first team defense. You earned the right to get in the game when the starters play their butt off and do their job. Until then, you sit on that bench. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, I'll let the coach tell you that I do. This ain't the NFL. You don't got time to play around, especially when you got a big game week 2. These are facts. This is facts. It's not opinion. Like I love it when I get validated. I love it because people think, oh, he's just talking. Yeah, I'm talking what I know. But what else? What else? What else? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sharon Moore talking about we not gonna run Bryce. We'll eventually run Bryce, but not until but we better have 2 quarterbacks. Okay. Okay. And I know people gonna say, well, running him wouldn't have changed the game. Running him changed the game. I want people to understand how this game went. Michigan was down 8 at a point in the 4th quarter. Yeah, they were down 8, I believe. Yep, it was 13-21. So Michigan was down 8. The game is right there. You still got a chance. All you got to do is get a touchdown. Even if you don't get the 2-point conversion, all you got to do is hold them to a field goal. hold them to a field goal, and then you got a shot to win it. So when we say you didn't run the ball, I mean, you didn't run Bryce, you didn't use one of the biggest weapons, we're saying it because the offense was struggling. What do you want to do as an offensive coordinator or a head coach? I want to force the defense to worry about multiple things, to worry about as many things as possible. The fact that they weren't using Bryce's legs lets the defense off easy. The fact that they're not using his legs lets the defense off easy. That's not the only thing. The fact that they weren't throwing deep in some of these routes made no sense. You let the defense off easy. Now you started the game going east to west, throwing screens. Okay, that's fine. You make them worry about east to west. That's good. That's a good thing. The problem becomes when you don't make them worry about the deep ball. You don't even try it barely. That becomes a problem. It also becomes a problem when you can't pass block long enough at first. But to also test the defense deep, it doesn't take that long. It really don't take that long either, honestly. So that becomes the problems. So now you're throwing east to west, screen, and you're running these plays that look like there's a read on them, but Bryce never keeps it. He never keeps it. And then when he does keep it, it was so predictable. So you're letting the defense off easily because now they don't have to worry about that they don't have to worry about Bryce. Oh, they ain't running him. That's one less thing to worry about. And this is the real problem I have. But wait, before I even get to that. So some of the play designs, they kind of bothered me. Like, when you want to have a successful offense, you have to have routes that are just like, let's say I got two receivers over here. I'm trying to throw to my slot receiver, but the safety is sitting low. So you know what I do? What I want to do? I want a clear out route. I want that X receiver, the receiver on the outside. I'm just going to run him on a go route, or I'm going to run him on a deep post to take the safety away. It's like it seems like we don't do some of the simplest things. I want this middle receiver one-on-one with whoever it is. It's a linebacker, is it a corner? But I want him one-on-one. So I'm using the outside receiver to clear it out, to clear that safety out of there. So it's one-on-one, things like that. Like, some of these play designs just don't make sense. But my worry with what Sharon is doing, and Chip Lindsey, whoever, they don't want Bryce to run. The problem is, and you know what, when I watch the game, I look at things that other people don't look at. I'm looking at your body language and how exactly are you playing your position. And so I didn't need Sharon Moore to tell me that he told Bryce not to run. I could see it on the field. I could see it. Because every time he got out the pocket, he wasn't trying to run. He would get close to that line and he's trying to throw downfield. And sometimes it's successful. But other times, there was plays to be made with his legs. And I could tell that they had told him, don't run that ball. Don't run it. Unless you see it's clear, don't run it. That ain't how football played. And not only that, when you constantly telling your quarterback you can't get hurt, We don't have a backup, so you can't get hurt. Don't take these hits. Go back and watch some of his throws in the pocket. I want people to understand what I'm saying. Go back and watch that game. And watch Bryce in the pocket. He was shying away from getting hit. That's not how quarterbacking is played. You have to stand in there. So them telling him they don't want him to get hit, he can't get hurt, and this and that, it's getting into his psyche. That's not how football is played. I'm trying to explain to you. I'm trying to explain to people because I'm seeing it already. I could see it in the game. I didn't need Sharon Moore to tell me. I could see it. He's shying away from taking hits in the pocket. You have to take hits in the pocket sometimes. You have to stand in there and not worry about the pass rush. If you do see the pass rush and you slide over, or you slide to the left, slide to the right, cha-cha now. You got to be doing the cha-cha slide. Now, if you're doing that and you're aware of the pass rush, that's fine. But when you see the pass rush and you're throwing it too early, shying away from the hit, that's a problem. Because great quarterbacks, really good quarterbacks, they stand in there. They see the pass rush. They know they're about to get blasted, but they stand in there and make the throw. Stepping into the throw, not shying away from the throw because the hit is coming. That's not how you play quarterback. And I'm trying to warn people because I saw it in the game. I didn't need to watch it twice to see it. I didn't need Sharon Moore to tell me, well, we're trying not to run him. I saw it. Because you better have two quarterbacks. I saw it in the game. Because you can tell. Because when the game is on the line, when the game starts getting close and it's winning time, quarterbacks, a real quarterback that's not worried about getting injured, he gonna run that rock when he gets around that edge. He gonna do whatever he has to do to win. He's going to do whatever he has to do. But when coach is telling you, don't take hits, don't get injured, we don't got a backup quarterback, then you're going to be second guessing yourself. And that's what's happened with a young player. So they're doing Bryce a disservice. They're doing him a disservice at this moment. This is just my opinion, but the proof is in the pudding. Go watch some of those throws he had. Go watch them. Go rewatch the game and just watch Bryce when he's throwing the ball some of those times. And you're going to see he's shying away from getting hit in the pocket. He's shying away. He gets outside of the pocket. He's trying to get rid of it. He's not trying to run. Go watch and think I'm playing. Think I'm lying. Johnny don't know what he's talking about. Go watch. Go watch. So all we can do is watch and see, but they better stop that. Football ain't played like that. You can't start a quarterback and be shying away, especially now. If you got Peyton Manning or you got a veteran quarterback, you could probably do that, and he's a veteran pocket passer. Mentally, Bryce isn't there yet. So you need him to use his legs more because mentally he's not going to be there yet. He's a freshman. So basically, I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. So basically what they're saying is we're going to run the ball and we're just going to use Bryce's arm. And so if we can't run the ball, we're going to need Bryce to slice and dice like he's a veteran. That's what they're saying. I ain't making it up. This is what they saying. If they not going to run him, he's going to have to slice and dice through the air. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. So that's what you're telling me. So basically, we're gonna need Bryce to play like a veteran. We're gonna need him to play like a veteran pocket passer. That's what we're gonna need him to do. Because we're not gonna get easy yards with his legs in big games until I guess Mikey Keene comes back. I guess. We'll see. We'll see. I ain't gonna beat a dead horse, but if you think I'm lying, go rewatch and just watch Bryce in the pocket. But what else? Play designs. The play designs. The scheme. I spoke on this after the game a little bit, and on Sunday I go watch Joel Klatt. It's like he's saying the same, like he watching my show or something. Now I'll give it to Joel Klatt. He's saying it way more eloquently than I could. So shout out to Joel Klatt. But some of the things, why are you on my butt? If you want to go around, go around. Yeah, that's what you do. just riding behind me like she watching the stream. She behind me as close as possible. She watching the stream like this is entertaining. This guy is cooking. Get out of here. Why are you on my butt, bro? So, play design. The spread and smash. If you want to have the spread, sometimes you want to spread the, and I said this yesterday, well, no, Sunday, I believe, and on my post game, I believe a little bit. You want to spread the defense out sometimes. Yes, bringing all those offensive linemen in, it can work, but it's not the only way to run the ball when you're struggling running the ball. When you're trying to get consistency running the ball, that's not the only way. Bring in 7-8 offensive linemen. That's not the only way you can be successful running the ball when you're struggling. Or all these compact designs, these 2 tight end sets and stuff. You can also spread the defense out. Spread them out. So some of those guys can't be in the box. Even those linebackers, they have to spread out. Let's say you're getting a 4 wide and they're actually wide, not these bunch and compressed sets that we like to do. When you actually run a 4 wide and the guys are actually wide, those linebackers, those corners, they have to go account for them. So that opens it up even more for your running back, so he can have more space to create, because they have to account for those guys that are out wide. You know, it's like we do some stuff. Sometimes it's like we do stuff that's counterproductive. Like Michigan does a lot of stuff that's counterproductive sometimes. Like you want to run the spread, but you don't. If you're gonna run out of the spread, let's actually have true spread sets. Put those dudes out wide, bro. Put them out wide. Give your running back some space. Make it easier for your offensive linemen. And we don't do that. We a lot of the time Michigan does stuff that makes it so obvious. It makes it obvious what they're doing. Are they running it? Yeah, it could be a pass, but it's probably a run. It's probably a run. It could be a pass. It could be, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. You know what I'm saying? So the creativity isn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to run out the spread, run the spread. I get you want to smash. There's a time and a place for the smash. But to me, and this is just me, to me, smash isn't, okay, these big sets. Smash is just being able to run the ball successfully. That's all smash is to me. When you can run the ball successfully, I don't care if it's out of single back, I don't care if it's out of I formation. If you're running the ball successfully, that's smash to me. To me, at least. You know what I'm saying? So I think they need to do that. You know, spread it out some more. Spread it out. Don't make it so obvious. Don't make it so obvious. Pull those linebackers out where they have to account for those receivers. They have to account for them. Pull them out. Make them go out. Make them go out there. You know? Yeah. And that's the thing. Smash is running the ball successfully. To me, it don't matter what. You don't have to have all those big linemen in and these big sets to be considered smash. To me, smash is just running it successfully. I don't care what you run it out of. I don't care how you run it. As long as you're running it successfully. That's what I think. But I hate when we go into these. I hate when we start the season and as the season goes along, we got more questions than answers. Does anybody else hate that? Am I the only one? We got more questions than answers. We going into week 3, and we got more questions than answers. Got more questions than answers. Offensively, what's your bread and butter? Is it running the ball? What do we do well? Offensively, all I really know is Bryce has potential. Bryce has potential. Justice Haynes is a beast. And that's about it. Damn, I done missed my turn. Oh well. Let's see. Rerouting. But all we know is Bryce has potential. Justice Haynes is a dog. That's all we really know on offense. That's the only good things we know on offense. Bad thing, the offensive line, it hasn't improved them. And this is why I was saying, in the offseason, I was saying, offensive line, we gotta wait and see. It ain't guaranteed. Sharon Moore knows what he's doing. Sharon Moore, my just going by. I trust Sharon Moore to have the offensive line better. That went out the window for me last year. I got to see it. So the offensive line is still struggling. Maybe it's gotten better a little bit from last year, but it ain't that much better. It's still okay, if not below average right now. Those are facts. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta wait and see. We're gonna wait and see, because you played a cupcake and you played a really good defense. So we're gonna have to still wait to find out. But right now, you're looking average or slightly below average. You know what I'm saying? So our sample size is a cupcake and a really aggressive, fast defense, going against a really aggressive and fast defense. So let's wait and see. But right now, you're okay or slightly below average offensive line. That's just a fact. But yeah. So that's Chip Lindsey. What's your bread and butter in the passing game? What are you trying to accomplish in the passing game? What are you trying to accomplish? Like we said on Sunday, some things, and shout out to Dom, some things What is Bryce comfortable with? Some things y'all ain't ready for. Option routes, y'all ain't ready for. No, nope. Not sure what made you think you were ready for option routes in game. Week 2, going against Oklahoma with a freshman. Not sure why you thought that y'all were ready for option routes. Not sure why you thought that. It's a little puzzling to think that you thought that y'all were ready for option routes. And this is my problem. Knowing the flow of the game, seeing how the game flow is going, seeing how the defense is playing, seeing how the opposing defense is playing. Them boys playing lights out. They're fast, they're physical, they're aggressive. They're fast, they're physical and aggressive. Not sure why you thought Bryce and the receivers were ready for option routes. You know, you should have figured that out in the first half, that they weren't ready for that. Well, that was the first half. That was late second quarter, I believe. Wait, no, that was an RPO. So this was third quarter. So you should have seen the flow of the game. Don't think I want to do that. But I do want to try to get my big time receiver or my go-to receiver, going. So, when you're struggling on offense, you don't want to make it complicated. You don't want to do more complicated things. You want to simplify it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Which you did in certain areas. Screen. Screen. You did that in certain areas, but in other areas you didn't. Let's try it. We go from screens to option routes. So you overcompensated, bro. Like, you don't need to do that. You could have ran. We're trying to get the first down. You got McCulley over here alone. He's one-on-one basically with the corner. The corner is 6 or 7 yards off. You need to see Bryce check to a quick slant. Because McCulley's over here basically by himself. Check to a quick slant. McCulley, run a quick slant. The corner's 6 or 7 yards off. Cut at 2 or 3 yards. Bryce put it out in front of him. You do that, your corner got to make a big time tackle. If the corner don't make a big time tackle or be right on point, the safety's gonna have to make a big time tackle. If not, we scoring. You 6 or 7 yards off, you run the slant, you break at 2 or 3 yards. Bryce, put it out in front of him or put it on him. It's simple. Make the game simple. You see the matchup, you see what the defense is doing, make it simple. Instead, we're running an option route. McCulley runs all the way to the receiver at half speed. So him running at half speed, let me tell you something. McCulley on that option route running at half speed and then doing the slowest move I've ever seen. You know what that tells me? McCulley didn't know what he was about to do. Woo-wee. I gotta laugh at some of this stuff because it's so ridiculous to me. Some of this stuff is ridiculous. What that tells me, McCulley running that option route at half speed, that tells me he didn't know what he was about to do. He didn't know what he was about to do. That's why he was going so slow. He's running the route, trying to think about what he's about to do in the option route. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Please tell me I'm lying. Please. Woo! These are just the things that I see. These are just the things that I see. I say this stuff, and then people think I'm making up stuff, and then you just wait. I slowly get validated, whether it's other podcasters that people respect more, Joel Klatt, Josh Pate, the coaches will come and say some of this stuff, or you go watch Sam Webb, and some of the same stuff I say, they be saying it. They just more eloquent than I am. They're just more polished, at public speaking than me. But let's move on. That was enough. I talked bad about the team for about 25 minutes straight or whatever. I'm just critiquing what I see. I'm not trying to talk bad about it. But I can't let it go. And this is how I am, because I think more like a coach than most people. So like when we play well, I still have critiques that are bad. When we play good, when we play good, I have critiques that are bad. And when we play bad, I'm going to have a whole lot of critiques because we played bad. I think the only time that I didn't have a lot of negative critiques about the team or certain things to pick out was when we won the national championship. Because at that point, it didn't matter. At that point, it didn't matter. The job was finished. The job was finished. If we don't win the national championship, the job ain't finished. There's always going to be negative critiques. I had some negative critiques in the national championship game, but it didn't matter because we won. The season over. Mission accomplished. But until that moment, there's always something for me to critique that's bad because we're trying to get better. The goal is to get better. And if you got more games in the season, you got to get better. So that's why you see me critique. Even if we play well, I'm going to have negative critiques because we have to get better. Bad things that you do early, they'll fester. And then when you get in a big game, you'll be like, then they'll really be put on display because you're playing a bigger game, a better opponent. You know what I'm saying? So when you have little mistakes against a cupcake, when you play a big time game, those little mistakes, they become big time mistakes. So that's why I do what I do. And you like, man, this dude ain't got nothing good to say about the team. Man, this dude ain't got nothing good to say. Talking about my team. Because I'm seeing little things that can lose us games later in the season, But like I said, this is the thing. Michigan has the chance to win the Big Ten still. They still have the chance to win the Big Ten, but they have to tighten things up. Wink, you have to tighten it up, and you have to use twists and stunts. You have to use the twists and stunts. Game by game is different. If you're not getting pressure with 4, you got to use the twists and stunts. Now, the good thing is John Mateer might be the best quarterback we face. Like, we might not face another dude that's him and can make plays like him. That's the thing. But you still got to tighten it up. The tackling was sloppy. It's got to get better. That's the standard. The standard, that's definitely not the standard. That's got to get way better. Wink, you got to be on them. Offensively, they have to figure out what we're trying to do in the passing game. What are we trying to accomplish? What are we trying to accomplish? And what exactly are we doing with this spread and smash? That sounds like a porno. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do with the spread and smash? What are we trying to do with it? Exactly. Like, What play designs is our bread and butter? What is our what set are we constantly going to be in to create confusion? You know, you create confusion. You create confusion by running and passing out of the same formation. You get what I'm saying? So you make guys confused by running. You make defenses confused by running and passing out of the same formation. So when you do the play action, oh, they usually run out of this play. They usually run out of this formation. Then you get guys biting up on the run, and you get guys open. Oh, they pass a lot out of this formation. Then you hit them with the run. Okay, what's going on? That's how you create confusion, by doing things out of the same formation. What is our bread and butter formation? What is it? You know what I'm saying? So that's what they have to figure out. They have to figure out what exactly their bread and butter formations are. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to accomplish in the passing game? Running the ball, I know what we're trying to accomplish, of course. But how are we trying to pass the ball? No U-turns. I'm going to make one. In Florida, you usually can U-turn anywhere. But sometimes you can't. That was illegal. Don't tell. Don't tell. Who's snitching? Who's snitching that I just did that? But yeah, they got to figure it out. They got to figure out what exactly we're trying to accomplish and how we're trying to accomplish it. You know what I'm saying? Because the big takeaway from that game, and whether you were a Michigan fan, Ohio State fan, or whatever, I think it was they really don't know what they're trying to do just yet. Yeah, okay, they're trying to run the ball, but okay, what if somebody stops the run? How are you trying to pass the ball? How are you trying to get it to your playmakers? How are you trying to do that? You know, what plays? What are your go-to plays? It didn't look like they had any idea, if I'm going to keep it real. And of course, some of that is because of Oklahoma, but it didn't really look like they knew, because your game plan was screen, you know. So just some of my thoughts, you know, some of my worries, that we got some problems brewing. I ain't gonna lie. And that Nebraska game, Matt Rule ain't playing this year. Hey, that boy had me ready to go put the pads back on. Yes, sir, coach. Yes, sir. We about to go out here and smash whoever that was, whoever we playing. They was playing. We about to go get them boys the business. And I love it. Even as a team that we have to face, I love it. I love that. Because that's what you have to instill in your team. A culture of dominance. We're not playing around. This is a cupcake, but we ain't playing around, and we ain't playing. We coming for y'all. Y'all probably shouldn't have scheduled us, because we coming to blow y'all out. We're not playing around, flip-flopping our bottom of the bench dudes in the first and second quarter. No. Those bottom of the bench dudes have to earn the right to get in the game. The starters have to give you the right to get in the game. If your starters don't play dominant and show that we aren't playing around and we're going to dominate and execute, if the starters don't show it, you bottom of the bench dudes, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at the coach. Be mad at your teammate. That's what I'm talking about. Not this playing around we were doing. And I tried to warn people. You don't play around in college. You don't do that. Unless you got 3-4 cupcakes in a row like we had with in 2021 and 22 and even in 23, I think it was. Then you can play around a little bit. Then you can do that a little bit. But I still want you to let them starters get in the rhythm and show the dominance. So when the backups come in, they understand the standard is nothing. When we play a cupcake, the standard is 0. That's the standard. Then you get in the game. But until the starters show that we aren't giving up anything, you get nothing. Bottom of the bench, dude, sit back and relax. You sit back and relax until my starting defense shows that they're ready to play and they're understanding what the culture is here. This is the standard. This is the standard. Until they understand that, you bottom of the bench, dude, you ain't getting in. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Kenneth Grant. I mean, be mad at Derek Moore. Be mad at TJ Guy. Be mad at Metcalf. Be mad at Hausman that you're not in the game. Because they ain't dominating. They playing around. They think it's a game. New Mexico coach over there smiling half of the time. He was over there smiling half of the time. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here. Jaysean Barham gets ejected. Jason Eck over there smiling. He over there smiling. And I said it in the group chat. He over there smiling that we just got a player ejected for targeting. I would have had every starter in the game. We not playing around. We finna punish these boys for real. We finna punish them. Instill that we aren't a game. We aren't playing around. You know? And so that's why I was mad about what Wink did against New Mexico, putting bottom of the bench dudes in the first and second quarter. You haven't even established the dominance of your starting defense yet. What are you doing? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you're like, what exactly is Johnny talking about? Go to Twitter or go to YouTube and type in Matt Rule halftime speech, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I appreciate everybody joining in, while I rant and rave, while I'm ranting and raving. But I appreciate y'all joining in and just some of my thoughts. It's the season now, so I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have something on my mind, talk about Michigan. I want it to be good, but hey, we got a lot of things to clean up. But the good thing is, they got time to clean them up, and our goals are still in front of us. You see what I'm saying? Our goals are still in front of us, but you have to clean it up. You have to set the standard. You have to set the expectation of what this team is going to be and how you do things at Michigan. If you don't, you're going to have problems. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.